Hi everyone. Have you ever had that issue in SPSS when you have an open-ended question and people will answer the question in all sorts of ways? They're using uppercase letters, lowercase letters, or some upper and some lower. And the problem in SPSS is when you go to run analysis, say you ask people for their first names, and they spell it in all these different types of ways, and maybe you want to see how many people have the first name of Sarah. Well, if they've spelled it some with uppercase, some with lower, and so on, they'll count, SPSS will count it as a separate name instead of reading it as all one name. So, for example, we asked people what their gender was, and some may have spelled it in proper case, maybe meaning that the first letter is capitalized and the rest are lowercase, and some all uppercase, and some spelled it with all lowercase. And SPSS will count this iteration of male and this iteration of male and this iteration of male as all separate answers instead of just male. So in order to do that, we can actually run a syntax to correct the way SPSS outputs the way it is spelled. And you can with this syntax, you can just sort of enter your own variable names and use it for yourself. So for our case, we will first create a new string variable. When we run this, it'll output a blank variable and it'll label it gender1. And then we'll extract the first letter of the first name and put it into that column. So we want to take from our existing gender column and take the first letter and put it into the new variable that we created. And then we're going to convert all of those first letters to uppercase, running these two commands. And then we'll extract the remaining letters. So if you're spelling male, it'll take the ALE and it'll convert them into lowercase, and then we'll put them all back together again and create it so that all of the words are spelled in proper case. And let's see what that looks like. So here's our syntax. And here's our data, and as you can see, there's some of them are spelled uppercase, lowercase, and a mixture. If in order to start a new syntax, you can simply just go to File, and then New, and then open the syntax file, and just start typing and create this syntax. And it's very simple to run. Just highlight and click the little green arrow button, and there. So you can see we created a new variable with that, just running that, called gender1 right here at the end of the data. And then we'll select the next one, click, and now it took the first letter of all of these and put them over here, and they're still, as you can see, lowercase and uppercase letters. So just so you know, these little grayed out sentences are just the notes to let people know what each of the commands are. It's good practice to write those in when you're writing these syntax, so people who are not as familiar with syntax will know what that means. And so we'll go to the next. Unfortunately, these are not numbered in the correct order, but that's okay. So because it has an asterisk before it, SPSS ignores it, but it will show in the output what was ran. Okay, and now we'll highlight the next command, and we're going to start the functions in order to create make these first letters of the first words into uppercase. And now you can see the lowercase letters have turned into uppercase. And you move on to the next one, and we're going to extract the remaining letters and make them lowercase. There we go. And now we're going to put them together. Concatenate is the correct word for that. We're concatenating. And voila. Now we have a new string variable with all the words in proper case. And that's it. Not bad. All right, thanks guys.